My friends, I hope you guys are doing well. I felt called to come on and do a love reading today. A big surprise. I was hearing you and them. So we're going to see what's going on between you and the person you're energetically connected to. So if you're resonating with this first part, then it's a good indication that it's your reading. And always listen to your intuition. I always say intuitively you'll know if a reading is for you because you won't be forcing it. All right, so I didn't see what the other one was. 9 of Pentacles, so you could be in an independent energy right now. You could be working on self-improvement. We also have the Chariot, Cancer energy. I was also going to say maybe you're wearing green today, or you've been called to wear green. I've noticed you can always pay attention to the colors you feel called to wear because it can be an indication of what energy you're in. And I felt called to wear green these last few days, and I also felt called to this green deck, which is Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Oh, I need to cut it. What am I doing? So we're going to use this deck to just get a little bit of the energy that we're channeling so that you know, if it's your reading, the heart chakra, as I was talking about wearing green or feeling called to the color green, and I felt called to this tarot of the heart, which is heart chakra energy. That's magical. So maybe you're working on your heart chakra energy. Lovely. And we have the 8 of Swords. So it feels like this is a situation where maybe you had some trauma that blocked your heart chakra. You could be in no contact with this person. You are in no contact with this person, 8 of Swords. You could be on 2 different pathways right now. There could be obstacles between you. But you could be trying to listen to your heart rather than self-limiting beliefs. Perhaps you're dealing with a runner. All of a sudden my nose is running. So maybe you're dealing with a runner. But yeah, maybe you're feeling called to the color green right now. That's magic. Magic. So we're going to start with this deck. I have a few different decks we're going to grab, and this one will tell you if it's your reading. So heart chakra energy, working on self-love perhaps, learning how to trust your intuition. So where do I want to begin? I kind of want to look at past energy, if I'm being honest. So let's get a card for the past energy between you. So we do have separation, and we have, interesting, we have Ace of Wands in reverse. So it feels like Ace of Wands in reverse. Maybe in the past this person wasn't, there wasn't any movement in this connection. You could also be in separation with this person because we have 3 of Swords on the bottom with the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is past energy, like I said. So perhaps, you've been waiting for this person to take action towards you. Delays, hesitancy. So it could have been... This could have been a short-term connection, or maybe you came together and separated quite quickly. But there's been delays here and hesitation. So maybe this person was hesitating towards investing in this connection, or there seems to be a lack of energy here in the past. It can also talk about trials and tribulations. So you and this person could have went through trials and tribulations, but delays and blocks. And maybe you were trying to delay a separation with 3 of Swords on the bottom. So you could have been, there could have been a lot of delays and blocks here, and maybe it had to go into separation, but maybe you were hesitating to go into separation. Interesting. All right, let's see current energy. And I'm actually gonna confirm these cards. We do have the 3rd eye chakra and the throat chakra. So current energy, the throat chakra is in reverse, so it feels like there's no communication between the 2 of you. But there's like telepathic communication is what this is telling me, or maybe you're getting a lot of intuitive downloads about this connection. This is shared energy. So right now, your intuition, both of you, is speaking to you. Your heart, intuition, your heart chakra, your third eye. I feel like there's an intuitive connection between you right now, but there's no spoken words between you like in the 3D right now. I'm just going to get one more. One more for connected energy. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands here, so it feels like there's boundaries right now. And there's like, there's something off balance between the two of you right now. I don't think you're talking. This choose your battles, maybe if there were a lot of arguments in the past between you and this person, right now you could both be choosing your battles. So choosing not to communicate to avoid conflict. We also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And this in the upright says strengthening bonds. So right now it doesn't feel like there's any energy going towards strengthening the bond in the 3D. Perhaps right now you're working on strengthening your intuition. And actually, after I'm done filming this, I'm going to do that video about how to figure out if it's your intuition or your ego communicating with you. So there's like a lack of stability between the two of you right now. I don't think anything is happening in the 3D with you right now. And like I said, Seven of Wands, somebody could be in a defensive energy. There could be boundaries put up. Maybe somebody has somebody blocked. But it's about, like it says, choosing your battles. So it feels like right now you're both choosing not to communicate with each other. Yeah, there's instability between the two of you right now. Experiencing delays. So similar to the past energy. All right, let's get one for near future energy. Near future energy. Well, we have opening up. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. We have Five of Wands in reverse, and we have the Two of Cups coming together. So it feels like these obstacles, these delays that we keep seeing in this reading, like past energy, delays, blocks, current energy, instability, delays, blocks, throat chakra in reverse, and we saw the Eight of Swords. It feels like the delays and blockages come to an end here with Five of Wands in reverse. It's about the end of conflict. It's about compromise. And then we have the Two of Cups coming together. So it feels like you and this person are going to be coming together in the near future. Two of Cups engaging in an honest and heartfelt conversation. So let's look at you. We also have opening up and heart chakra energy. Nice. All right, let's see your energy. Well, you wanted to come out. So we do have rest and reconsider. So right now, you could be taking a break from this. You could be working on self-improvement. This is Nine of Wands, so you know, you could be trying to persevere with hope and determination. Nine of Wands, it's a connection that's not easy, love that's not easy, but it leads to self-improvement. So clearly right now you could have boundaries up, or you're taking, you know, a step back from possibly chasing this connection. We also have the Three of Swords coming out in reverse now. So in the past it was Three of Swords in the upright, but now it's in the reverse. So you're healing. There is an energy too of healing like wounds that you had from your past, from this connection. It's also about forgiveness. So you could be considering if you even want reconciliation with this person with rest and reconsider. Clearly you're in like kind of Four of Swords energy is what I'm hearing. Nice, healing. You're healing your heart space. So let's see what your person is up to. Let's see what your person is up to. Show me their person. Interesting. We have Four of Swords energy, so very similar energy, and we have the Magician. So right now this person is working on themselves. They're working on all of their elements. Just breathe, Four of Swords. So they're withdrawn right now, gaining clarity. And it's funny because I said for you that combination of Nine of Wands, rest and reconsider, and the Three of Swords in reverse felt like Four of Swords energy. So they're in very similar energy. They could be withdrawing from things in their life right now. This is about healing, and it's about gaining clarity. They could be spending time in bed. The Magician, so they could even be trying to manifest you here with the Magician. But I always get with the Magician someone who wants to make something happen. Healing begins. So they are starting to heal here. That's good. That's good. All right, so now what I want to do before we continue on, because I actually have another tarot deck that I'm going to be using, but I just wanted to get some oracle cards to see from this deck to see what other information we need about this connection. Also, if you're watching my reading and it's not on my YouTube, like Divine Empress Tarot 333, be careful. There's a lot of people stealing content these days. Thank you for everyone who reported Prophetic Guidance Tarot, who's stealing my videos. But anyway, if you're watching this on like TikTok and someone's put text all over the screen, stolen content. If you're watching it on YouTube and it's not my name, stolen content. All right, so first cut, we have gamble, take a risk. And that's interesting because in the near future, we do have the energy of opening up and the Two of Cups, engaging in an honest and heartfelt conversation. So it does feel like someone's thinking about taking a risk here and having a conversation. So we'll cut the deck. Let's cut this deck and see what we need to hear about this connection. Oh, we have Archangel Raphael, help to see truth. So you could be seeing the truth of this situation. That could be why you're feeling called not to communicate right now. You could be trusting your intuition, like maybe your intuition is telling you not to communicate with this person right now. Archangel Raphael, to me, is also connected to healing. And we have fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and we have mirrored souls, twin flame, the one reconnecting. So it could be that you and your counterpart are coming face to face or face to face through social media for those of you who are at a distance in the near future. And I feel like Archangel Raphael is helping both of you see the truth of this situation. You also have that rest and reconsider, so you could be seeing the truth of this situation. So let's see what's happening here. What do we need to know about this connection, Spirit? Oh, we have genuine love. To me, you are perfect. And that could be the truth that this person is now seeing. It also says unconditional love. So you could be reconsidering the unconditional love you showed this person. And I always say that unconditional love is not about putting up with bad behavior. You know, maybe you could definitely have unconditional love for this person, but seeing the truth of this situation, rest and reconsider, you could be realizing that maybe you were putting up with bad behavior. We have water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and we have pop-up, unexpected message. That's not now, because current energy, we have 111 here in the afternoon. But I love this card. Like, that's what I look like during my readings sometimes. I feel like Remember, this is what is going on in this connection or what we need to know. And current energy, we have you in separation. Like both of you are withdrawn, throat chakra in reverse. Could be that somebody has a blocked throat chakra, so they could be afraid to communicate right now. But this is showing that there's about to be an unexpected message. I just love her face in that. Like, what? So it feels like maybe you're just going about your day, and all of a sudden you get a message on your phone from this person, a genuine message, expressing how they feel about you. We have air energy, so we have water, air, fire. Let's continue. What do we need to know about this? Okay. Yeah, we have an offer coming in. Proposal, dedication, responsibility. So it could really surprise you when this message comes in, because remember, near future energy, engaging in an honest and heartfelt conversation, the end of conflict, compromise, the end of obstacles, the end of delays. We have someone taking responsibility here with this card unexpectedly, so maybe you're not expecting them to apologize. It's also about dedicating themselves, like giving you a solid offer, a stable offer. Yes, that's right. Current energy, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This could have been someone, this says partying, but it says other things. So this could have been someone who was caught up in like toxic behaviors. They could have been a bit of a party animal. They could have been a drinker. Taking responsibility for those attributes I'm hearing. And we have sad, broken, lonely, crushed, depressed, non-action. So this is someone who hasn't been taking action towards you. It's been silent. And I feel like maybe they're taking accountability or taking responsibility for the fact that their possibly toxic behaviors or toxic friends or toxic lifestyle caused you sadness. I feel like they're feeling sad about you right now. And one song I always hear when this comes out is that song, is it called Mean by Madeline the Performer? I always get it wrong. One thing I love about me is that I'm nothing like you and I never will be. Someone who likes how it sounds when they speak. You're not telling the truth. No, you're just being mean. And it talks about, like this person could have pushed you away. Let's get a few more. You could have been dealing with a runner. So, oh, I hate that card. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So we do have adore, admire, looks up to you, enchanted, love. So this person could look up to you, or they could have put you on a pedestal. We also have Archangel Michael. So protection from harm, listening. Now, there was definitely something blocked in this connection, and that could have frustrated you. But I need to talk about the card on the bottom. It's discarded. And this person could have rejected you, or they could have thrown you away, or they could have thrown this connection away. And I have a very specific example coming to mind from Love is Blind, and I'm going to talk about it. So I don't want to spoil Love is Blind for anybody who hasn't binge watched it like me. But on the newest season of Love is Blind, and I actually talked to someone about this yesterday because I could see what was happening. So there was a guy on that show who was seeing two girls, and he expressed love for one of them. And then she didn't say, I love you back. She didn't say, I love you back. And he was telling the other girl, he was flirting with her in a very sexual way. So he would go into one pod and be like, I'm in love with you, to one girl. And then he would go in the other pod and be like, this is the size of my... I know how to use it. I hope you think about me tonight when you're touching yourself. And I was like, this guy, like, red flag, red flag, red flag. So the girl that he said he loved, when she didn't say it back, he was kind of like, why didn't you say it back? And she said, well, you said it kind of quickly and it kind of raised alarm bells for me. And she said, I also know you're talking to another girl. And you could see him discard her in that moment. Like, he was clearly offended that she called him out. Archangel Raphael helped to see the truth, call out the truth. So you could have called the truth out to this person, and then they could have turned around and self-sabotaged and discarded you. But anyway, this guy, after she called him out, he got defensive. He completely changed the subject to religion, even though she already told him how she felt about religion. And he's like, well, I can't be with you. And he broke up with her on the spot. He discarded her. And that is something that people do. It's not right. This person could have thrown this connection away, or they could have discarded you when you spoke your truth, or when you set boundaries. They could have discarded you. And it does feel like being thrown away. So that could have triggered you to then heal. And if they did discard you, it was for your own protection. Because why would you want to invest in someone who could so easily throw you away, right? Protection from harm. And just looking at this card, you definitely could have been dealing with someone who discarded you. And this could have been someone that you adored. And now they're going through it. They're learning a lesson for this. Don't be a garbage human being. Let's get a few more. And I have to remind you that this person ghosted you, disregarded, ghosted you. This card, the offer, says they are taking responsibility. And you deserve that. You deserve that. Yeah, legal, justice. So they're coming in to take responsibility and to take accountability. Planning to come in with an apology. And remember that sad card. That could have been you when this person ghosted you or discarded you. You didn't deserve to be discarded. And you know what? When that happens, it's because someone doesn't want to do the work. Someone doesn't want to reflect. Someone doesn't want to take accountability. And that comes from an unhealed, fragmented place. But truly, if this person was willing to throw you away in that moment, you were being protected from their unhealed self. And it could have frustrated you. Like maybe you hit the point where you were so frustrated with this person for whatever reason that you said something and then they discarded you. But they're planning to come in, take responsibility, make things right, apologize. They could have also got their karma. Somebody could have discarded them. Doesn't have to be a love interest. It could have been a friendship. It could have been a job opportunity. Yeah, we have threatened. So it's like this person was threatened by you, threatened by your light, especially with that looks up to you. You could have been glowing. You could have been someone who was healing. You know, maybe you called them out on some of their stuff, told them they needed to heal. And I feel like they were threatened by you. So as a defense mechanism, they discarded you and ghosted you. And you don't deserve that. And again, maybe you are reflecting that even if you have unconditional love for this person, you don't deserve that. And I also want to say, if this person doesn't come in apologizing, you need an apology for that type of behavior. There needs to be accountability for that type of behavior. But they're planning on coming in. I'm just going to get a couple more. Oh my goodness gracious. You were reflecting back what they needed to heal, and they felt threatened. Their shadows felt threatened. Their ego felt threatened. Twin flames reconnect. Mirrored souls. Divine feminine. Soulmate. What is happening here? I don't know how long ago, like maybe it's been a while since you've heard from this person. We have divine feminine, divine masculine, and soul connection, and mirrored souls all coming out together. So again, you were being protected here, and I think that like so many twin flame connections, you were just reflecting back what needed to be healed. And maybe you had a wound when it came to abandonment or rejection. And this person, again, I'm not making excuses, but with this person throwing you away and ghosting you, it was a lesson for you to heal that within you. And to realize if someone, I'm so sick of saying this word, if someone discards you or ghosts you, that's about them. That's not about you and your worth. But when that happens, it's a normal human reaction to feel like, well, what's wrong with me? Or I must not be worth love, or they just threw me away. To throw someone away, it makes them feel like a piece of garbage. So what's interesting is that we have these two divine feminine, divine masculine energies here. So this could have propelled you into divine feminine energy. And I feel like when they come in, because I do see someone taking responsibility here, I feel like they're going to be in this divine masculine energy. So if this person comes in and they're not in divine masculine energy, know your worth. On the bottom, we have happiness. So you could be looking very good right now, my friend. You could be looking very happy. You could be focusing on your happiness, and maybe that's what's triggered this person into divine masculine energy. All right. So what do I want to do here? I just want to get a couple cards for you. No, I'm going to get a couple cards for both of you, but I'm going to start with you. So let's just see a few cards for you. You could be spending time with friends right now. We have friends on the bottom, so you could be like, rest and reconsider. You could be investing your time and energy into friends or connections that actually see your worth. All right, so let's see you. What do we need to know about you? What do we need to know about you? Divinely protected. So if this person, look at that Archangel Michael there. So just know that whatever happened here, not like it wasn't a reflection of your worth. You were being divinely protected. If this person was going to run from you, If this person was going to run from you or discard you or ghost you, then they weren't ready to face themselves. You were being divinely protected, and I feel like they're not coming in until they're in divine masculine energy, because you're being protected here from this person. We have age gap, so you could be dealing with someone younger than you is what I'm hearing, maybe older than you. I'm hearing younger. And you know, it's really hard. It's hard when there's an age difference. There is, you know, there can be a difference in maturity. Look at that. We have right person, wrong time, and divine masculine. Divine masculine. So it feels like this person wasn't in their divine masculine energy, and it was the wrong time. And that's why there were so many delays. That's why things were being blocked. That's why this person, again, you were being divinely protected from the lower version of this person. And I love this for you, because divine masculine coming out for you, obviously you see this person as your divine masculine, but you are also, I feel, meant to be embodying divine masculine energy. Thank you, Mr. Crow. And divine masculine energy is knowing your worth, knowing that you deserve more than being discarded. You deserve more than being ghosted. You deserve more than whatever happened between the two of you. And divine masculine energy, I have a book about the divine masculine card, or divine masculine. And it talks about releasing, like when you're being called to step into your divine masculine energy, it involves surrendering control where your divine masculine is involved, and releasing fixer patterns. So you could have even unconditional love. You could have been farther ahead on your healing journey. You could have felt like you could help this person heal, but we can't help others heal. The only way, I mean, we can help others heal, but not by trying to convince them to heal, not by telling them they need to heal. The way we heal others is by healing ourselves. So I feel like right now you're very focused on your own healing journey, healing your heart space, healing your heart chakra energy. You know, intuitively, we had the third eye come out. So intuitively, like, you could feel a soul connection with this person, but intuitively, you could be like, I know my worth. I know I deserve more than that. You could even be realizing that it wasn't the right time. And maybe you have it in your head now, or your heart space, or your intuition is telling you when it's the right time, they'll be that divine masculine. That as long as they're willing to ghost or discard, it's not the right time. And that you deserve better. Constant burn, you could feel a constant burn with them. You know, counterpart connections, it's hard to not feel them. And you have right person, wrong time. So clearly you feel this is your person and you still feel their energy. But you know, I hope you know, that you deserved better than that. All right. I'm going to get two more for you. Two more for you. Yeah, we have rejection and names. So you could be seeing their name everywhere right now. We have forgiveness and we have rejection. We also have children coming out. So for some of you, maybe you have children and you are spending more time with your kids or focusing on those relationships. Even if your children are grown, you could also be, we have rejection here. And for some of you, remember I said this could have triggered a childhood wound of rejection within you. If this person rejected you, that could have been part of your soul contract to heal that wound of rejection, to be rejected or discarded in the most painful way so that you could finally heal it. And we do have forgiveness, so it feels like, I mean, for some of you, children could have been involved in this connection. They could have rejected you because you had children. But I almost feel like you're learning to forgive yourself that you were rejected, and realizing that, remember what I said, it's not about you, it's about them. When somebody ghosts you, that's a them problem, that's not a you problem. So you could be learning to forgive yourself for being rejected, no longer internalizing it as it was your fault. Also, what I'm seeing with these two cards is that, remember how I said, make sure this person is taking accountability. And I know why I'm saying it now, because it looks like energetically, you could be forgiving this person for rejecting you. It doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean that you're gonna, I've decided I forgive them for being a garbage human being, or whatever that card said. I'm not saying your person is a garbage human being. I believe that people can change and heal. But I'm not saying that you're like, I forgive them for rejecting me, I'm gonna reach out and see if they're still interested in me. I'm not saying that. But energetically, the Three of Swords in reverse. Yes, the Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like energetically you are forgiving them, because remember, forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's about you and the weight that it makes you carry when you're holding on to that resentment and anger. So you could be forgiving your parents for rejecting you or abandoning you. You could be forgiving your counterpart for rejecting or abandoning you, because it helps heal you. All right. Now I'm going to see what's going on with your person, but I want to put these cards back in. All right. So we'll shuffle them. Remember I said telepathic communication. Your person could hear messages from your higher self, is what I'm hearing. Oh, we have an upgrade. That's good. Clearly, if divine feminine and divine masculine energy came out. Children. Interesting. So you and this person, there could have been children that affected this connection, or you were triggering each other's childhood wounds. We have 3, 2, 1 action. And remember that other deck, planning to reach out. All right, so let's see, what do we need to know about your person? Interesting, we have avoidant coming out. Runner. And do you know what maybe you tried to tell this person, like maybe you called out the truth, you called them out, and they were like, la la la, I can't hear you. I mean, clearly they probably didn't do that, but energetically, that's kind of what happened. They were avoiding hearing the truth from you. This is someone like someone who ghosts, someone who discards, like I said, is someone who's running away from looking at themselves. Remember I said that? Oh, we have you inspire me. And what did I say about healing? You can't convince, especially someone like that, to heal. You can't convince them with words. You can't chase them to heal. But what you can do is you can heal and then inspire them to heal just through your own healing journey, energetically. So you inspire this person to maybe heal their avoidant tendencies. But again, I kept saying you could be dealing with a runner. So you were dealing with someone who was avoiding, possibly taking accountability. Someone who is avoiding those toxic tendencies, giving up a partying lifestyle. They could have been avoiding the age gap because I'm being reminded that you had the age gap card come out. Egypt could be symbolic. Cycles, avoidance cycles. All right. Similar energies. So we have cycles. So this could have been someone who all their life has been living out this avoidance cycle. And maybe they, you know what card I'm seeing? It's from this deck. No one has ever inspired me to change or heal. So I feel like, you know, you've inspired this person to look at their avoidance cycles. I feel like this is someone who's always avoided. Maybe whenever someone tried to tell them or called them out, they just avoided or ghosted or discarded. I keep hearing that word. I hate it. Do you know what I'm seeing? Like, being discarded is like someone driving to the middle of nowhere and putting a box of kittens on the side of the road. We have love yourself, inner union. So this person, by rejecting you, they were rejecting themselves. By running from you, they were running from themselves. And I feel like this person maybe rejected you because they were lacking self-love. Maybe they had a fear of abandonment. But learning how to love themselves, and I always say when anything like this comes out, a person can only meet you where they are. So if your person is stuck in an avoidance cycle, that's as far as they can meet you. If this person has a fear of abandonment or is rejecting themselves because they lack self-love, like, they can only meet you where they are. So if they don't love themselves, how can they show you that love? That's what Six of Pentacles energy is. Six of Pentacles energy is when we love ourselves and we've learned to give to ourselves so that we have the energy to share with others, so we can have that reciprocal energy. If somebody doesn't have that self-love, how can they give you that love? Let's get a few more. This is so good. This is nice. So we have abandonment, and that's what I kept hearing looking at the rejection. That's why I kept saying it, fear of abandonment. That's exactly... fear of abandonment. So they self-sabotage first, so they leave first, so they ghost, so they run, so they discard. And it's interesting, when someone does that, it stems from a fear of abandonment, and what are they doing? They're essentially abandoning you. Maybe this person, it was programmed into them. Maybe they watched one of their, as a child, they had the children card. Maybe as a child, they were abandoned emotionally or even physically by one of their parents. A person can only meet you where they are. But this is good. We have Atlantis. I need to learn more about this card. I mean, I really do need to learn about that card. Atlantis could be symbolic. There's a lot of, whenever I see letters all together like that, A, that could be symbolic. But look at this. So I feel like they are going through a transformation. They're going through an upgrade. They're transforming into divine masculine energy. And I feel like divine protection, did it suck for you to be discarded and ghosted? Absolutely. But I feel like it triggered an awakening within them. This is good that they have divine masculine coming out. You had the same energy. So they're transforming into, remember what I said when this came out for you? I did say all that stuff about you embodying masculine energy, but I also mentioned how right person, wrong time. You could be realizing or reconsidering that you were dealing with the lower vibrational version of them with that toxic card. And now they're transforming into divine masculine energy, which, happens in separation. Just like you are transforming and balancing your feminine and masculine energies. Let's get 2 more for your person. 2 more. Divine Feminine came out. Huh. How interesting. So they are, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine both came out in this deck. Wow. In future weeks, months timing. I don't believe in accidents. So this person is clearly balancing their feminine, masculine energies. They have inner union and the union card. Have you come into inner union? I just got chills. Like I have straight up, I know you can't see them, I got straight up goosies. And the swans. So it's like rest and reconsider. You could be in the energy where, or the mindset, right person, wrong time, and the only way union's going to happen is if they come in divine masculine energy and match my divine feminine energy. Say it with me. I know my worth. All right, Egypt on the bottom again. You are a magnet for abundance and joy. That's your affirmation. All right, let's get some tarot. We've got the Ace of Wands in the upright action. Inspired action. We've got the King of Swords. Truth and clarity. Seeing things clearly. Honesty, accountability. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we've got the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you've got someone who, Seven of Swords in reverse, they want to set the record straight. They're no longer running. It could come in out of nowhere for you. Like you might, clearly you're going to be expecting it because of this reading. But we see this person kind of popping up here with an offer. Four of Cups, I feel like, I don't think this person or you are happy with how things played out. I do feel like this person could have taken you for granted or taken your kindness for granted. They could have took advantage of you or took advantage of your kindness and your patience, I'm hearing. They're seeing you as a missed opportunity. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is about communication. So let's see. They could have a fear that you're going to refuse their offer when they come in. Think about it. If you set the intention, rest and reconsider. If you set the intention, I'm only going to talk to this person or hear them out if they come in and take accountability and are in that divine masculine energy, then energetically, they could be picking up on that if they come in not in that energy, that you would refuse them. I just had to relax my face for a minute. Sometimes when I do these readings, I like get stuck in this. All right, so what do we need to know about this person you're connected to? So we've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles. So it feels like this person is in independent energy. They could have had a fear of giving up their independence in the past, but it feels like they're in a very independent energy right now, working on self-improvement. I do feel like this person looks up to you. But we've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. So the 10 of Pentacles in reverse could have been external factors or outside influences were affecting them, like their family wounds or the opinions of family and friends. And I feel like they're surrendering those here. They have a new perspective here with the 8 of Swords in reverse. King of Pentacles, interesting. Let's get a few more. You know, this person, yeah, this person could have, what was I just going to say? They could have let the opinions of friends and family get in the way of this connection, or their friends and family could have been, remember they had the toxic card did say toxic friends. Their friends could have been telling them, like, I wouldn't bother with that connection anymore. We have the Tower in reverse, and the Tower in reverse is about, it can be about internal change. So I feel like this person is healing internally right now. They're surrendering to the healing process. Tower in reverse also talks about leaving weak relationships. So right now your person could be releasing weak or toxic relationships in their life. This could also be about, you know, you releasing the past version of this connection. I believe there's something else about the Tower in reverse that I need to talk about. The Tower in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this person was resisting healing. Tower in reverse. They were resisting doing the internal work. But the Tower in reverse also talks about making adjustments in love. So they know there's adjustments they need to make here. I feel like this person was resisting healing because I keep talking about that. One more. This is for what we need to know about them. We've got the 3 of Wands. So someone is wanting, this person is going through growth right now. 3 of Wands. They're no longer in that 2 of Wands. This person is going through growth. They are progressing. 3 of Wands is also about, you know, wanting to start a relationship. So yeah, we have the 10 of Cups here. So I feel like this person is envisioning what they want for the future. They want happiness. They want fulfillment. And I feel like they see that with you. But let's just make sure. I want to see how this person, I never ask this, but I want to see how this person is feeling about themselves right now. I just heard, I hope you feel good about yourself. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I heard that in like not a good way. You know what I mean? It was almost like I was hearing like a parent talk to a child who made a mistake. I hope you feel good about yourself. That could have been something their parents said to them. That could have been something you said to them. I don't know. Or they could have said it to you when they were discarding you. So for how they feel about themselves, this is interesting because they feel like there's adjustments that they need to make. There's changes that they need to make. And they had the cycles card come out. So I feel like there's cycles that they need to change here. How interesting that I heard that and I said I was seeing a parent say it to a child before I even saw what this card was. It's the Page of Cups in reverse. And that's about the inner child, neglecting the inner child. So I feel like because of their wounded inner child, there's adjustments they feel like they need to make. They feel like they've been neglecting their inner child, their inner healing. They feel like they've been neglecting their intuition, maybe, this connection. This is how they're feeling about themselves. Immature. Lacking emotional vulnerability. Immaturity, escapism, avoidance. So there's changes they need to make. Remember their cards. That is mind-blowing. Remember their cards out of this deck. That they were realizing, hang on, that they need to make adjustments when it comes to their cycles of avoidance. That's how they're feeling about themselves right now. Emotionally immature. That's... Insecurity, escapism, avoidance. So they feel like there's adjustments they need to make. That they need to stop the cycle of avoidance, stop the cycle of insecurity, stop the cycle of escapism. Interesting. Let's see how they feel about you. They want to heal this. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Love. Renewal. Ten of Swords in reverse. So they want to take these painful swords out. They want to make amends. They want to put this connection back together. Queen of Wands. You're glowing. You're magnetic. You're hot. I don't know. I just heard you're hot. Standing in your power, right? Focusing on yourself. Nice. How is this person feeling about you? King of Swords, like they need to come in with truth and clarity. How does this person feel about you? Could be fire and air pairing. We have the Page of Pentacles, so wanting a new chapter, wanting a fresh start, but feeling like they need to show growth. This is about a stable offer, though. Judgment. So you could have really caused this person to go within and self-evaluate. And they definitely want resurrection. They want to resurrect something here with you. They want a renewal. But they need to show that they've been evaluating and that they're growing. All right. Let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions? You wanted to come out. We have Strength. 5 of Wands in reverse. That came out in your future. Remember? 5 of Wands in reverse and the 2 of Cups, near future energy. So this person's intentions are to compromise, the end of conflict, to overcome obstacles, to have resolution, to cultivate something strong here, to have the confidence to come towards you. Like I was saying, to have the confidence to come towards you, to gather that inner strength. The middle, meet me in the middle, could be symbolic. What are you? King of Wands. Intentions. Bold action. And how they feel about you. Queen of Wands. So they know their intentions are to match your energy. To take bold action, to take control of this situation. This is counterpart energy, soulmate energy, and you don't both have to be fire signs, but you could be the same element, even like a different element other than fire. Five of Wands in reverse, how nice. Three of Cups, reunion energy. So what action is this person going to take? Let's confirm that near future, the Five of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups. So action this person is taking. King of Swords. King of Swords keeps wanting to come out. So Ace of Pentacles, stable offer, communication. They want to talk about the future here. Two of Wands, that's about making a decision. Wanting to talk about the future, offering you something stable, something that can grow into something stable long term. Honesty, accountability, truth. Ace of Wands right underneath that. I just heard November 12th. What the fuck? My headphones just moved. Right after I said, that is strange. There's nothing beside my headphones. When I said November 12th, my headphones moved. Like these big, hang on. Excuse my reach. These big ass things just moved. What can you tell me about near future energy, Spirit, other than this? Because I was asking about action. There's action there. But what can you tell me about near future energy? Near future energy. We have the Hierophant. We do have the Three of Cups, so there is a reconnection here in the near future. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. 3-3. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, near future. Confirmed. Confirmed. We have the Hierophant. So these were their actions. This is near future. So there's a reconnection, resolution, making amends, apology, forgiveness, reconciliation. And then we have the Hierophant, which could lead to commitment. Taurus energy. We have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have all the signs. So, what is your advice when this communication comes in? I do want to mention we have the Seven of Wands here. So, like I said, before you let your boundaries down, make sure this person is apologizing and taking accountability. I heard something another tarot reader said this morning, which was, and I think this is a good reminder, that when someone refuses to take accountability for bad behavior, it is showing that they don't respect you. So make sure this person takes accountability. What is your advice when this communication comes in? Six of Pentacles. The Sun. So make sure there's been healing. It does look like it's going to make you happy when this communication comes in. It does look like you'll see that there's been healing. Six of Pentacles, like make sure. I feel like, again, this person can only meet you where they are. So if you've healed and they haven't, it's hard to come together. And it can't work, if, especially in counterpart connections, it can't work if only one of you are healing. You both have to do the healing work. So make sure this person is meeting you where you are, is what I'm hearing. Make sure the energy is reciprocal. There could be something about matching their energy. So if you struggle with, or in the past, if you struggled with like overgiving or chasing, try to be mindful of that. Like you don't want to go back to like chasing and giving more, right? What's underneath that? We do have the Nine of Cups, but I keep noticing this card, it is the Four of Wands. So yeah, make sure there's reciprocity here and balance. Let's just look at future potential for this reconnection. So we have healing and recovery, Nine of Swords in reverse for future potential. Healing and recovery. And we do have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is showing me like a slow reconnection. The Knight of Pentacles does talk about commitment. It talks about dedication, but it's slow and steady. So I feel like you and this person's slowly moving towards reconciliation or union. But near future energy does show an honest conversation. So we're going to get some channeled messages from this person. Channeled messages from this person. All right, what does this person want to say? I've never met anyone like you and it scared me. What does this person want to say to you? I believe we will be together one day and that helps me stay positive. Oh no, I've got chocolate everywhere. I may or may have not been eating chocolate last night. And apparently some got on these cards. Whoops, whoopsie. All right. I know you can't see it. During this time apart, I have done a lot of self-reflecting, remember the judgment, and recognize how deep our connection is. You've changed me. I see the light and I am listening to my higher self. I will return home to you. Interesting. Let's see what else comes out. What does this person want to say? This is so interesting because it's about the Strength card. You have the ability to tame the beast in me. And that beast, the Strength card, is our triggered ego. One look into your eyes and I turn to mush. This is also interesting. I have been researching soulmates and twin flames. I know more than you think I do. So this person could have even been feeling the constant burn within you, or feeling with you, or feeling like maybe they even wondered, like, why can't I stop thinking about this person? Why can't I let them go? They could have wandered onto Google. I want to show you who I really am, but I was afraid to let my guard down. What happens if you don't like the real me? Remember how they're feeling about themselves right now. Page of Cups in reverse, so fear of being vulnerable. I pray for your forgiveness. What does this person want to say to the viewer? Yeah, I ask myself if I am who you truly deserve. You deserve the world and more, so this person not feeling very deserving of you. I'm tired of fighting this connection. The chemistry between us is unreal, and I am a moth to a flame when it comes to you. Oh, there's the card with the chocolate. Nothing to see here. These emotions I have for you are intense, and it causes me to run away. I wasn't ready for this love. There There is a decision to be made, and I am scared to make the wrong move and lose you forever. I know we belong together. There is a higher purpose for our connection. You were the only one to set boundaries with me, so you could have set boundaries and then they could have discarded you. At first, it upset me. And remember what I was saying about that love is blind. Like, she had a feeling that he was a little bit toxic. She had a feeling that maybe he was love bombing her. So when she asked him about it, he overreacted and discarded her on the spot. I think I saw in the clips coming up that he actually apologizes to her for doing it. At first it upset me, but I now know that you did it for my own good. We'll just get 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, something just tried to download when I said that, but I don't know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that from? I don't know. Our sexual chemistry is off the hook. When we are intimate, it feels like I am high. God brought you into my life for a reason. I am trying to understand the purpose of our connection. I have never been able to express how much you truly mean to me due to past trauma. Your love has changed me, and I can never go back to the way things were in the past. So, I was not expecting that. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Remember, Spirit just reminded me of something. Remember in the first part of this reading, first of all, don't forget about that. Weeks, months for timing. I feel like this person is going to come in very different energy than what you're used to, because I'm just being reminded of that surprise, the look on that kid's face. When you get this message, it's going to shock you, because I feel like this person is going to be taking accountability. Anyway, I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.